What is up, Courageous family? Listen, we've been up to a lot of things in the background. I'm standing at, as you know, is our East Campus. It was an amazing gift. It's just an astounding blessing. This is a prime location for what God is doing, and we're just taking the first steps. You know, the Bible talks about possessing the land, and that's what we've been doing here. So I would like to take you on an episode of Courageous Cribs. Pow! Let's go! Because there'll be a church here someday soon. That'll be the East Campus, but this building right here, we're calling it headquarters or HQ. Everything's new. We're not quite done. We're like 95% done. So we've just done some remodeling in here. We've added closets. We've added a copy room. This will be our reception area. And I want to show you our new creative suite. Boom, right here. Check this out. This is the auditorium of the church they gave us, and we have now created a space where our entire team can sit and strategize and do what needs to be done in an office environment. We've added multiple bays for technology, offices for campus pastors when they're here, offices for our creative director and production director, and then several places for interns to work during the week. And the beauty of this is it's opened up more classrooms at both our north and south location. We now have 20 classrooms for kids. That's one of the biggest things we've done. And so we're making changes there as well. I want to show you more. Let's go! Okay, this is a big deal because and the way we were working, I was the only person in the church that had their own office. Everybody else was working in classrooms, they were working in hallways, they were working in our lobby, places like this. So this gave us a wing of offices for all of our directors. So down this hall, we have our operations director's office, ministry director office, lead pastor wife office. Say hi. She's got everybody situated, and now she's still working on it. We've got our programming director's office, and then this right here is worship director office. And this has made it so much easier for people to have meetings, to get stuff done, to work with others. And it's given us a lot of collaborative spaces. Like up here, this is the room where the church that blessed us with this building met to vote and give us the building. We have now turned it into a state-of-the-art conference room where we have video conferencing capabilities for the whole team. We can plan, strategize in here. My office is right across the hall here. I just come in here and twirl and talk to the Lord as I spin, making war against principalities and powers, calling on the power of the Spirit, fire from heaven. All that happens right here, folks. You heard it here. This is our admin office. Alex is hard at work. It's where we do all the things that the church has to do to run. Now I'm taking you to the basement. We've been training our interns here over the last couple days, and so it's set up for that. And this room will give us a lot more capacity for adding offices if we need to. But if you come in here, there's a space for people to work. Say holla. We've got 2 offices back here. This is our children's ministry office. Check it out. Wave at the camera. Tracy's here with Amari, and they're laying out curriculums of some sort for the future to train children to love Jesus with all their heart. This is our student ministry offices. They had no offices, so they have a place to work from. Then we have collaborative space for creative meetings down here, for any other kind of meetings that happen. And again, if we need to add offices, we can add offices here. And then we added a break room and kitchen. This is an amazing tool. It's an amazing blessing. It frees up room on our campuses. It's taking something that was given to us and using it and redeeming it. It's a great story to be able to share. Like, look, this is what they gifted us with. Here's what we've done with it. And then in the future, we'll be able to say, this is what we built. So I want to tell you that this is happening and we're not done yet. So just put prayer on it, put faith on it, and let's go forward. I love you all. Peace.
Well, hey, let's give it up for what God's doing at Courageous. Super amazing. I'm so excited to be at HQ during the week, just working on things for South and just making plans and getting things done. It's so amazing how God has truly blessed Courageous with that beautiful gift. And now the whole team can just be in one location working and just collaborating and doing things together to further God's kingdom. So, welcome to the Courageous living room. This is can you guys see me over there, okay? I feel a little angled out, but I'm just going to give you, this is the best shot I got. Ready? Here it is. What's up over there? All right. Hey, listen, this is a courageous, what'd you say, Ryan?
The smolder.
The smolder. It's more like a boulder. It's just not as quite as smoldering as what it used to be, but I appreciate that from Ryan. That's why he's up here. If you want to be on stage, just give me some compliments. I can get you up here too. No, not really. I'm just teasing. So let's introduce, I kind of want to set up what we're doing today, and then I want to introduce the people up here. You probably know them, but I want to introduce them anyway. But just a second, I want to tell you what we're doing. So this is what we want to call rooted rhythms. And what that means is how we stay rooted during the summertime when things are crazy, when the kids are out of school, maybe going to camps and summer schools, maybe going to Axis, when we're taking vacations, work schedules get a little bit different. The sun, I was watering the plants last night. Just wanted to let my wife know that I did water the plants last night. It was like 9 o'clock and the sun was still out. So it's just different in the summertime. Things get thrown off sometimes, but how do we stay in rhythm? How do we stay in rhythm and anchored in Christ through these summer months? And so I brought some courageous leaders up here with me to kind of talk about how they do that. So we're going to start there. We're going to save the best for last. We're going to start down there with Ryan. Oh, I said his name. This is Ryan. Go ahead. Introduce yourself, Ryan. And I want you to tell us how long. I'm going to let you talk in just a minute. Don't worry. I want to know how long you've been at Courageous.
How long?
No, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
How long I've been at Courageous?
Your name, what you do, and how long you've been at Courageous.
When did I DM you on Instagram?
2015.
2015 is how long I've been at Courageous. Because of this woman right here.
I told him, you can't have me unless you come to church with me, buddy.
Yep.
So, know that, teenagers.
Listen, we don't date to get saved, but what a testimony from Ryan.
Yeah. She brought me. No, I'm kidding. I was already saved.
Okay,
Chad.
all right. I thought so. So you've been at Courageous since 2015, and how do you serve here at Courageous?
I am a youth group leader, husband to the director. I'm basically like the first husband of the president.
He is my first
Look
husband.
at that.
Yeah. That's
Mazel
how it's
tov.
working. The dynamic here at the church.
No.
All right. Hey, let's go next to Madison.
Hey, so I'm Madison. I'm going to be your South Campus student director. Like you saw my office in there. I was kind of a little butthurt that they didn't let me be in there to like wave on the camera. I was like gone doing work and they came into my office, but I was glad I cleaned it. Anyway, that's what I do. I've been here for 24 years. So my mom brought me
Wow, let's give it up for that.
Yeah. My mom brought me like a week after I was born. She said, I had to get stuff done. So you were wrapped up to me and we got to church and we did what we had to do. And I was like, all right. So I was hanging out at the North Campus. That was my home. And then I came here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, best for last. Go ahead, Natalie.
Yikes, the pressure. I am Natalie. I am Chad's wife, if you
That's
don't
right.
know that.
Take a second and figure out how this happened. I don't know. I thank God every day, but continue.
Oh, God. So I serve on the worship team, and I actually grew up at this church. I'm not going to say how long I've been here because, as a woman, we don't reveal our age as we get older. But, I've been here a long time now.
A long time. Just a little bit of shade at Madison for revealing.
For real? No, just
you're
kidding.
young.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
no.
okay. I think she's younger than you, isn't she?
Yeah, barely.
All right, so this is the team today. Madison and Ryan and Natalie and I are just going to share how I'm going to kind of lead us in some questions and get their thoughts on a few things and just share how we stay rooted when things get a little bit crazy and a little bit hectic in the summer. So I want you to get to know them a little bit better. So we're just going to go down the line. We'll start with Natalie, then Madison, then Ryan, and then we'll kind of snake back Ryan, Madison, Natalie with a few of these questions. So first of all, here's what I want to know. Natalie, you're first. Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Okay, being summertime, I would go with iced over hot, anything. But I don't like coffee, so I'm going to get a cherry limeade at Sonic. Just switch it up.
Yeah,
Nice,
she's also
look at
pregnant,
that.
so the cherry limeade thing is kind of like one of those pregnancy cravings.
Yeah.
We can give it up for that, too. I get the text a lot. Come home with a cherry limeade and tater
And
tots
tater
or
tots.
else. Or else. Okay, so no coffee for you, Madison. What do you got?
All right, I guess if I'm going to have a coffee, because my caffeine of choice is Coca-Cola, and everybody knows that. But I love a good, iced latte or, a hot cappuccino. That's kind of, the older I get, my taste buds, they've matured, you know? And so I'm like less milk, more coffee, still really close to 50-50, but you know what I'm saying.
Getting more on the coffee
Getting
side of
more
things.
mature on my coffee senses, yes.
All right. Congratulations. I love Madison mentioned Coca-Cola is her caffeine of choice. And
Yes.
now that we're at HQ, all of us together, we have a shared fridge, like a break room fridge. And then every day there's a can of Coca-Cola that says Madison's Coke on it.
Yes, because people take them, and I just have to make sure. So I put it in the separate fridge with a tag that says that it's my Coke, so nobody takes it.
So if
Yeah.
you're looking to do something nice for Madison, a case of Coke.
A case of
it would
Coke.
get
That's
you-
what my boss Megan actually gave me for Christmas this year. She walked in, she was like, "Here's a case of Coke." I was like, "Yes, God, you knew I ran out." So it was
Praise
good.
God. Okay, Ryan, neither one of them have really answered the question of iced or hot coffee.
Iced
So-
coffee.
I got you.
Okay.
I'll
What
be
do you
the
think?
one, the chosen one,
Okay.
Neo of the coffee choice. Cold, iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
You're an
Hot
iced coffee
coffee, just like, how do I put this? Runs right through me?
I'm glad you finished. The first thing you said, I thought, uh-oh, Ryan's not coming back on the stage. But then you
I
finished
was
it.
so worried.
And it was great. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're laying down. So let's stick with the coffee theme for a minute. Are you a Starbucks? We'll start with Ryan. Starbucks guy or a Dunkin' guy, or is there something else?
I've never actually been to Dunkin', so don't hate me, everybody who likes Dunkin'. Starbucks all the way.
Starbucks, a traditionalist with the Starbucks. Okay, Madison, when you get coffee, not Coca-Cola, where are you going? Starbucks,
Okay.
Dunkin', somewhere else?
Well, when I get coffee, I guess I would go to Starbucks because he usually is the one getting me the coffee. But then I really like Black Lab, which is like a local place. It's over in like Siquiota. I really like them. They're really good. So that's
Shout out.
iced coffee from like an iced caramel latte. That's what I like.
All right, awesome. Shout out Black Lab. Locally owned, I think.
I have no idea.
All right, we'll ask. We'll send them a DM and ask them. Natalie, you get your cherry limeades from Sonic, I'm assuming?
Yeah, every time.
All right, perfect. On to the next one. Okay, this is a good one. We're gonna start here with Natalie. This one may cause some tension on the couch. I'm far enough away that I'm out of the danger zone. But AC temperatures. What's the ideal temperature in the house? What are you
Okay.
thinking?
Okay, during the day, I'm like 70, I think is acceptable. Sometimes I get crazy and I'll push it up to 72, and then I quickly change it back to 70. But 66 at night, and there's no other temperature that's acceptable.
Your boy
Yep.
is freezing.
That's living in
At
the
night.
tundra. I
Praise
just
God.
can't even believe that.
Praise
I
God.
would rather
I-
never do that ever.
I sleep in a stocking cap and wool socks, and it is cold at our house, but she controls the thermostat and I pay for the bill. So on to Madison.
Praise God.
What are you thinking, Madison, when it comes to the temperature in the house?
Well, I literally never get to choose. So basically what happens is I will go and click it on to a good like 71 because I think that's just perfect. I can wear like shorts and a t-shirt. I can like be chilling in my house comfortably. But for some reason, anytime I just, will be walking, I feel a breeze. I'm like freezing. So I'll go check the thermostat that I changed 15 minutes ago. And it literally is back to a cool 66. And I just can't, I live healthily there. So I usually have this, she gave it to me for Christmas, this giant like blanket hoodie. So I like wear it as a hood and it's just like covers it goes down to like my shins. And I just walk around in that almost all the time, even in 90-degree weather because I'm dying in my house.
Okay. Ryan, what do you have to say about that, sir? Choose your words carefully.
66, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Dang.
Anytime I notice,
I respect it.
my body can tell when the temperature's been changed. It's like a sixth sense. As soon as it's not 66, I sweat.
That's what I'm telling you, 15 minutes max, and it's changed.
So I can't shed as many clothes as she can just put on if it's 66 degrees. So that's my argument. Is I'm like, hey, listen, I can't just sit around the house, nothing. But you can put on a sweatshirt because I'll still be sweating.
The logic, that is solid logic, honestly. I mean, I
Understandable.
don't have a rebuttal, and I'm not going to open it up for a rebuttal. So let's move on. We'll start with Ryan on this one. Let's go here. when it comes to dessert choice, do you have a sweet tooth? Are you a sweet tooth guy?
Yeah, I got a couple cavities.
Couple cavities, just a few. Any dentists in the house, give Ryan your card. So Ryan, are you an Andy's guy or a pineapple whip kind of guy?
Andy's 1000%. Butter pecan concrete, medium. In case you want to get me any gifts, if you see me out and about.
That's it, a butter pecan medium from Andy's. Okay, I can dig it.
But he's usually eating like probably 5 popsicles a night, just like banana popsicles. So that's actually his preferred dessert of choice.
A banana popsicle.
A banana
I think we got some,
popsicle.
just to give you a little preview of what's to come, we got some popsicles in the house today.
Oh, yeah.
For the Dream Team house party. So
If
everybody
there's
check
banana.
under your seat. You're going to have melted popsicle under there. Not really. Okay,
You
Madison.
get a popsicle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what do you think? Pineapple whip or Andy's?
I'm honestly probably gonna go with pineapple whip. I just feel like it's lighter on my like taste palette. I'm just like, I don't like the faces I'm getting from over here.
I think it's
okay?
because you said taste palette.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I said pineapple whip, and she just immediately was like, no.
More mature coffee, taste palette for ice cream. Leveling
No.
up over here.
No, I don't know. I just like my stomach. There's something about ice cream that does something to me, and I just don't enjoy it. So, yeah, pineapple whip.
Okay, Natalie, pineapple whip or Andy's?
I love both genuinely so much. But because I can get Andy's like 365, that's got to be the winner.
Okay, Andy's it is. What's your go-to Andy's treat?
I love the James Brownie. Yeah, you know,
Jack
it's got that
Hammer.
crazy name, but that's the one.
It's delicious, and I've had a few too many in my day. So let's move on. Okay, we got a couple more. I just want to ask a couple more of these questions. Then we're going to get into the real meat and potatoes of today. But I just want you guys to get to know these people just a little bit more. So what's your ideal vacation? Mountains or beach? Natalie?
Beach. I'll say beach.
If you were to say mountain, we've never been to the mountains. So I'm like, when are you going to the mountains? Because I've never been. We always go to the beach.
Okay, beach.
All right, I was going to answer that for you. Madison, beach or mountains?
Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm so stressed out about this question, if I'm being honest. For some reason, it just hit me. But okay, give me a sec. I like both. So that's where I'm kind of like, I don't want to. But I'd go with the beach because I need a tan. And the mountains, I feel like I'm just like going to do a lot of hiking and stuff. But we did go to the mountains, and it was unbelievably relaxing. Like we would do like drives in the mountains. There was like, what is it? Not a caribou, an elk.
What?
An elk. That's what it was. It's like a bunch of elks. Yeah, it was pretty. But the beach.
Okay.
Everything with 4 legs and horns, I'm just like, it's a deer.
That's a deer.
I don't classify them differently.
That's a big deer and a little deer and a medium deer.
That's perfect. All right, Ryan, beach or mountains?
Both. I'm the type of guy that's like, let's go to the mountains for a week and then immediately after go to the beach. Because
Okay.
I don't need a tan. I look like this year round.
So one's like, I can do what I want.
God has blessed me with wonderful jeans. Mexican jeans.
Yes.
These are denim.
Denim jeans. Okay.
Talking about my jeans.
Everybody who was curious, we were all wondering what you meant by that. So thank you for clarifying. So okay, a couple more here. You're on vacation. This is just a shameless plug. You're on vacation, and we've got 2 people on the couch right now. So summertime with hats on. It's just a little bit. We got the ball cap versus the bucket cap. So that's the next one. I just see the hats here, and I actually have one of our new courageous bucket hats.
Woo.
Anybody want this hat? I just
Pretty
feel
cool.
like giving it a little bit of a toss. We did not rehearse this at all, so I'm just gonna. I don't really want to stand up. I'm just gonna give it my best fling.
gosh.
You guys ready? Who wants
No.
this? Does anybody want this bucket cap? All right, here we go. Ugh.
Oh,
Hey, it
no,
landed
okay,
in.
so there wasn't. She said mine.
Frankie right there serves in our children's ministry, gladly gave it up. You can't wear a bucket hat when you got a bun on your head anyway. Give it up for Frankie one time.
Woo!
You can pick up your bucket hat at the pop-up Courageous merch shop, now open. I forgot the question. What was the question?
I like bucket hats.
Bucket hat versus
Everybody buy a
baseball
bucket
cap.
hat from the Courageous pop-up merch shop. We got a few in the crowd right now. Natalie's wearing one. It looks super good, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's dig in. I know we skipped that one. I want to just ask some less this or that, and I just want to ask 3 words that describe your summer. Natalie, 3 words that describe your summer.
Okay, this summer I'm trying to relax,
That's 1,
prepare,
2.
and enjoy.
Relax, prepare, enjoy. Can you
Is that
elaborate?
acceptable? I want to relax before the baby comes. I want to prepare for said baby. And then I want to enjoy the baby when she's here.
All right.
So it's kind of summer
Good
baby.
answer.
Okay.
Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer. Relax, enjoy,
Prepare.
prepare. I'm a great listener. Madison, 3 words to describe your summer so far.
So far. Okay. She said so far. No, I would say, well, to describe it this past week so far, because we were just at Axis, and that was pretty crazy to take like 60 people to Memphis. But anyway, I would say focused is one, because I really just want to focus on the people around me, focus on the things I have, just focus on, I don't know, like the time we have. Summer is like so special because it's the only time that I feel like a lot of people get a lot of time, and so, or extra time at least. And so I've just been focused on like all the little things that I think maybe I can't be focused on. I've been doing, I would say like play, which is like a weird word, but like honestly, because I've just been like chilling. Like I feel like I've just been having fun, like really enjoying. I feel like winter was such an administrative like time. I spent so much time like getting things ready, making things new. We got into East, like we did all this stuff. And so like I've just been like playing, like I've just been like hanging out, doing all that kind of stuff. And then another one, I would probably say, I don't know, probably relax as well. Like that was kind of what I was thinking, is because like it's been a busy season, like been such a busy season. And I feel like this past week was really crazy, but at the same time, I took a second. It was the first day, and I was talking with one of the other leaders, and he was like, did you see like that thing? It was so cool in the other room. And I was like, honestly, no. Like I was so trying to like make sure everything was good. Like I didn't even look. And he was like, maybe tomorrow you should like just like take a second and like look around. And so then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make that my thing this week. I'm just gonna like take a second and like take a look. So I was like walking around, looking at things, hanging out with people. And I feel like, can I change it? Not relaxed. Oh my gosh,
Sure.
Can I have a 4th word?
I mean, you have the microphone, so.
Listen, I'm going to take another one, because this was a word this week that came up a lot, and I totally forgot about it. But it was available. So like available was like a really big word for me this week, because it probably wraps up like all of the words into one, because just like being available for the people around me has been something that like sometimes I forget about. Like I'm like, oh, I'm just there. They'll ask me. Like, oh, I'm just there. And so then sometimes like I feel like I've just been there and been like, hey, just so you know, I'm here. Like, hey, I don't have anything going on. I'm here. And so just being available for like fun things to happen or sad things to happen, like just being available has been like really transformative. I'm really into this week because Access was huge, and I was with 2,000 other students all worshiping Jesus, and so I cried a lot.
No, that's amazing.
It was big.
Praise God for
so,
that.
yeah. Anyway, that's it. A lot of words.
You had at least 175 words, but I think most of them were good.
Let's go with
That was
available.
an essay. That was an essay.
My English teacher did like me. We were friends. So.
Oh, okay. Ryan, let's try to keep it close to 3 words to
Yeah.
describe your summer so far.
Stranded, hot, sweaty.
Stranded, hot, and sweaty.
Yep.
I have
stranded,
the
hot, and
feeling
sweaty.
that we're going to get into this here in just a moment, or do you want to elaborate now, or are we going to get into it here in a little bit?
We'll get into it in a little bit.
Okay.
But just so you're on the hook, so you don't leave mid-service,
Uh-huh.
stick around. It's going to be great.
Stick around. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with Stranded, Hot, and Sweaty, right? Okay.
Plug for our sponsor.
Okay, here we go. So I think we're actually just going to go right into what you're talking about. So earlier this summer, Pastor Brandon kicked off the best summer ever with a sermon called Whoop There. I want to make sure I say it correct, not Oop. Whoop There It Is. So if you weren't here for the Whoop There It Is to kick off best summer ever, or if you've forgotten about it, it was basically just to summarize your perspective on things. Like things are going to happen, good, bad, ugly, and all the in between, and what your choices are when those things come up, what your perspective is, and how you handle it. That's your Whoop There It Is moment. So when something hits you, like, oh, whoop, there it is. And I just said, ope. He literally said, people from the Midwest say,
there it
ope.
is.
and I didn't. So I think this leads into right into what Ryan just teased. Your whoop, there it is, moment of the summer.
So, I just bought Madison a Model X, and they're the electric cars. And so I go to Dallas to pick it up for her while she's at camp. Wait, where were you? Were you at camp? No, you were with
I was on a
Renee
work
and
trip.
Tracy.
Yeah, I was on a work trip.
She was at a conference. She's been traveling a lot recently. Get them all mixed
I'm
up.
popular. What can
I go to
say?
Dallas to get her this Model X. I make it an hour and a half outside of Dallas. The car won't charge. I'm at the supercharger.
Well, for those of us who don't have electric cars, charging the car is important.
Oh, yeah, you can't go anywhere if
You
it's
put
dead.
gas in it.
It's like a
It's
dead phone.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a dead phone. You can't call anybody. You can't hear from anybody. Sometimes a good thing. But in this case, it was a bad thing. I was stranded an hour and a half outside of Dallas. Had to go, it charged at first and then stopped charging about halfway through. Had to go back to Dallas. Ended up having to find a hotel room. And then it just happened again. I went to Kansas City while she was at camp to get the new computer installed in it because it can drive itself. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So you had to get the new computer. I go, get it all installed, drive halfway back to our house in Springfield from Kansas City. The car charges, won't put itself in a drive. So I'm stranded in Nevada, Missouri.
Anybody from Nevada out there? Not a single person. Talk about Nevada as you please.
I was the only person with melanin in my skin for miles.
Oh my God.
I walked to Walmart. This is my whoop, there it is moment. Instead of getting all upset that I was stranded there for 5 hours waiting for a semi truck, no AC. I walk to Walmart. It's a 45-minute walk. I buy a scooter.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that
I was
so sad.
My shirt was sopping wet. It was disgusting.
It wasn't 66 degrees outside, I'm assuming, which is your ideal temperature.
Yeah, no, it was like 85, 90 degrees. Smelled horrible. There's like a bunch of factories there. So instead of being all frustrated and upset about it, I walked to Walmart, just be bopping down the road, go buy a scooter, and I'm riding it like in a lane. It's not even an electric scooter. It's like a kick scooter. So I'm kicking down the street in the middle of this lane, bombing this hill. This truck pulls up next to me, and he's like, yeah, man. Like with his fingers out like this, doing the rock on sign. So that was my whoop, there it is moment. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be down about this. I'm going to go get a scooter, kick around Nevada. I saw another person in Walmart with melanin, and I was like, my brother.
Oh my God.
We nodded at each other. It was great. Good experience.
Wow. I really got lost in that story, but your whoop, there it is moment is the fact that you just chose happiness, chose joy.
Yep.
In a time that was like, wow, this could be miserable. I'm literally stranded away from home for 5 hours, no air conditioning. So,
Sweaty.
good job. Do you bring that scooter home?
Yeah, I have it in the back of the loaner car that they gave me because I had to wait for the tow truck. They towed it back to Kansas. It's still in Kansas.
Got it. Okay.
I don't even have my car.
Whoop, there it is. Madison, let's hear about your whoop, there it is moment.
Okay, I'm going to choose one that my students can definitely cling on to because this one was just the best one I've ever had. So, you know, it was the last night of Access Rights, Thursday night. We get back. We've had just the most longest day ever. Lots of whoop, there it is moments. We had like a really long serve day. It was amazing that we served the city, but we didn't have the right gloves, so we had to find new gloves, but then all the gloves ran out. So that was fun. And so the kids were doing so great. We had lunch, but then lunch ran out, so then half the kids didn't get lunch. So then we were like, all right, everything's fine. We're going to go get new lunch. Everything's good. Let's get on the bus. You guys are great. All the kids had such a great attitude. We were like, Jesus is good. So we moved forward. We got back to the hotel. We're chilling. Kids go. They have dinner. We're all great. Then we get back, and it is, 1 a.m. or what, 12:30? And so we get back, it's 12:30 a.m. All the kids are like, it is the last night. Please let us play a card game. Please, we need to. And I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, no, my eyeballs are just literally like not staying open, but we can play a card game. So we all go downstairs. That's the point of the last night of camp. So we all go down. And then all of a sudden, one kid's like, I need to go to the bathroom. So she runs up to her room, and then she comes back down and she said, So the toilet is overflowing, and I have no idea what to do. And we're like, okay, cool. So then the guy comes out, he runs up there, he's like, there's an inch of water, you guys need to get all your stuff out. The whole hotel smells like eggs. And we're just all like, all right, everything's good. It is hit 1:30 in the morning. And we are like, all right, all the kids are still playing a card game in the lobby. And they are just having the time of their life. And they have no idea that everything that's happening right over on the other side of the hotel. And so then the worker, I feel so bad. He has like 2 masks on. He has like gloves. He's just like, it smells so bad. Like he just kept saying that every time he walked past me. So then he's cleaning up. And so then finally we were like, okay, let's just get these kids in another room. We'll figure it out. So he's like, I have a room for you. Gives us a key. We're like, all right, cool. Let's go to that room. We go to that room, and we try to put the key in it, and it's like not working, so we're wiggling it, and then just a giant bark starts barking at us from inside the room. And we're like, oh, there are people and dogs in this room that we're trying to go into at 2:30 in the morning. 2:30. We've hit 2:30. And so then we're like, all right, we've got to do something. So I said, let's go. You're all just going. We're going in rooms, and it's going to work. So we found extra beds. We're like, this is fine. So we stick it in rooms. We're all good. Everybody's asleep. It's 3 a.m., and he's like, all right, we have no more rooms for you. And I'm like, okay, I just gave my bed away. So I guess I'll go sleep in my car. So then I have Frankie, who literally was at 3 a.m., like, you're not going to your car. We're figuring this situation out. He's like, we are in Memphis, Tennessee. We need to figure this out. You're not going to go sit in your car. It's just not going to happen. So I was like, all right, fine. I just want to go to bed at this point. So then I was like, I'm not sleeping in the lobby. People are not looking at me. Okay, I can't do that. So I'll just go sleep on a floor somewhere. So I went into my room. I found a towel that was clean, thank God. I'd hidden it because I was like, nobody will use this towel. This is my towel. So I grabbed it. I laid it on the floor. I laid a pillow on the floor. I grabbed a sheet and I wrapped myself up. And then I slept for 4 hours. And then I woke up and we did it all again. And we got up. And honest to God, I think any other week of my life, I would have been like, I'm never doing this again. But it was something about just being there with them and being like, this isn't about me. It's all going to work out. At least they're having a great time, and at least all of them have bets. So I was like, let's do it. And so I was like, this is why I do my job. And then I just kept saying, whoop, there it is. I probably said it 15 times. But it was honestly turned out to be like the best trip ever. And now they're like, let's all hang out and have Bible studies. So we're like, woo. They don't even remember the toilet overflowing.
That is, well, now they all know and have figured it out.
Now you know.
So that's awesome. Praise God thank you for handling that, first of all.
Yeah, no worries.
And shout out to Frankie, too. Good job, Frankie. I'm sure there were other youth leaders there who were just killing it as well.
Oh, everybody was literally, if I didn't have all of them, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Natalie, your whoop, there it is, moment of the summer.
Okay, so my 3 words were relax, prepare, enjoy. So I want to do all of that in the comfort of my own home with the air conditioning running. Okay? Right? It's 100 degrees out. I need the cool 66-degree temperature to properly do all of those words that I previously said. Our air conditioner goes out. There's my moment. I'm still working through it. A couple weeks later, it's still not fixed.
Supposed to be fixed.
But they're coming tomorrow. So praise God for that.
Yeah, praise God for all the HVAC people out there. Yeah. Get us on the schedule tomorrow. Get that unit replaced.
They are angels.
It has been, I've been comfortable finally in my own house. It's been a little bit warmer than normal. So I'm sure we'll start cooling down tomorrow.
Yep.
So
tomorrow's the day.
Honestly, it's been crazy.
That's
It's almost like it hasn't really, you would think the AC goes out and the house would get 100 degrees. It's been in like the low 70s.
Yeah.
So
God's moving in our house.
Yeah, we
sure.
have a supernatural move of airflow coming from somewhere. So it's been great. It hasn't been too bad at all. So we have about 5 minutes left. I want to jump into a couple other things. So just think about that. We got about 5 minutes left as you answer this next one. So Serve Day is coming up. Serve Day is coming up here in a couple weeks. If you have never been a part of a Serve Day here at Courageous, it's something you want to mark on your calendars. It's a Saturday, July 16th from about, I think it starts at 9 in the morning. We'll go for a couple hours, but you can find more information on that at tccnow.info. We'll talk about it here in a little bit as well. But Serve Day is coming up. And a lot of the Serve Day projects we do, not all of them, but a few of them involve like some lawn cleanups for different organizations around the Ozarks that just need a helping hand. Some overgrown shrubs, some trees going through fences, just all kinds of stuff like that. And it reminds me of Pastor Tyler's sermon. I was sitting right there on the front row. He was live here at South at the front of the stage with what I call loppers. I think he called them pruners. Here in the Ozarks, most of us probably call them loppers. Anybody out there know what I'm talking about when I say lopper? And he's like one-handed. I was just so terrified. He's just like one-handed flailing those loppers in the air. I'm like, I don't know if that's how you use them, sir, but keep on preaching. It's a good word. So what I'm getting at is Serve Day's coming up. It was a shameless plug for Serve Day, but also the message was all about the pruning going on in your own life, like what God is doing to prune you. And so we've got just a few minutes left. So with your response, just in a couple sentences, answer how God is working and pruning in your life.
Yeah, so our 1.5-year-old is becoming very, very communicative and learning lots of words, mimicking everything we do. And through that process, I have seen some flaws in myself that she is mimicking or saying. And that's just been a really great reminder, like, all right, I'm gonna work on these things in this season.
God is doing some pruning at the Cook household. What
Yep,
about
yep.
the Steenberg household? Madison, what kind of pruning is God doing in your life?
Literally same. So what's really funny is actually me and Natalie are cousins. And so our daughters are cousins. And so, of course, our daughters both have the same attitude. So, no, our girl is doing the same thing. She likes to repeat everything we say. And so I think, like, my attitude, specifically my attitude and my, like, patience level, I think, is what I'm working on.
The tone is what she has for me.
Yeah, because she'll just look at me and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I don't know. And so we're both just like, we don't know. So I think just learning to give her grace so she gives me grace and all of that good stuff. So that's what God's been doing through me.
Yeah, same. I am notoriously impatient. I say notorious because if you see the other white trimmer that isn't the pastor, it's normally going 85 on the highway.
Oh, God.
Stuck behind some slow person in the fast lane. Might I add, it's the fast lane. Get out of it. But yeah, no, Chandler, it's different. Like, she's 2.5 years old. And so, like, I just want her to get things where I'm like, no, you have to do it like this. I'm like, no, Chandler, like this. And then I catch myself and I'm like, I'm getting frustrated, and she's 2.
Yeah.
What does it say about me that I'm 26 years old getting frustrated with a 2-year-old? Right? So that's my pruning. God's been chopping up my patience and making it better.
Aggressively.
Longer? I don't know how that works. Chopping it up, making it longer. Chopping up my impatience.
Okay,
To allow my patience
so
to
giving
grow.
you more patience.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm following what you're saying. I gotcha.
Yep,
God's
yep.
doing some pruning in your life. It looks like very aggressively, but sometimes you get a nice little snip with the handheld pruners, and sometimes you get a big branch in there, and you got to put some muscles into it. So I know. We serve the same God. I know what you're talking about. So we've got just a couple minutes here, and I want to just kind of end with this. We'll start with Ryan. I think we're similar in the sense of we listen to, or in the past have listened to a lot of music, and I did not grow up in church, so a lot of the music that I listened to maybe wasn't worship, not music that we sing on a Sunday necessarily. And so I found myself in times of like just life turning on worship music. That's something Natalie has always done and brought into our house when we got married, and it's just such a game changer. It changes my attitude, changes the atmosphere. So I just want to know from you guys, what's a song, a worship song, whether we sing it or something that you're listening to that keeps you encouraged?
Firm foundation, where it's like rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on you. Like those words.
Yeah.
So good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Madison, something that keeps you encouraged, a song.
I probably heard it when I was at youth camp when I was in like 9th grade, but it's a song called like Fall, and it just says like there's something changing in the spirit, there's something breaking, I can feel it. And it's like just when you're in your car, it's like an anthem, like you can just be like, I can feel it. I can feel it breaking. I can feel it changing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Our go-to song in our house right now, I would say, is probably No One by Elevation and Chandler Moore. And
Why don't you give us a little taste of what that is?
No, thank you. It's a fun song. I mean, not every worship song has to be like slow or anything like that, but just the words of that song reminds me that there's no one like our God, and what a great anthem to start your day.
Yeah, that's right. Praise God. Helps me start my day too, because I'm in that house, and so it's nice. Sometimes I sleep in a little bit too long, and so to start my day off on a better foot, listening to that song is so good. Listen, I want to let you know this, that if that's you, if you're thinking, man, I really need to add some more worship music into my life, some encouragement, something I'm listening to daily. Our worship team, I'm not going to say what song it is, I'm just going to say be watching Spotify in the coming weeks, because our worship team, our very own courageous worship team, is dropping a song on Spotify, I believe this week, in the next few days. I'm
July
looking
3rd.
July 3rd. I got 2 members of the worship team and 2 wannabes. I've always wanted to be on the worship team.
Yeah, I just can't sing. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to, first of all, I want to give it up for Ryan, Madison, and Natalie. Can we just give it up for them one time? Thank you, guys.